What is good, Neo family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one, I'm going to be doing some in-depth technical analysis on where I see the share price of Neo going for tomorrow and the near-term future. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market and what's going on with President Biden, what he just did involving Russia and oil and the imports, what the Fed is doing, some important dates you have to know, and also what on earth Neo put on their Twitter page that still makes me very excited for the future of this company, even though it is still in the red right now. And before I talk about where I see Neo's share price going for the short term, when I see Neo actually exploding to the absolute moon and what you should be anticipating, I do have to mention some very important things first. The first thing is, I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to get the opportunity to get a free Neo share. You're getting a free Neo share if you simply sign up with the link down below. Please check that out. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Neo, we're down 0.77% for the day again. I did tell you guys that I did see us dipping once again to the $17.50 to $16 range. I'm sorry, the $17 to $17.50 range, right? I told you guys that yesterday, and we ended up dipping to about $17.58. We saw high volatility. We ended up running up to about, what is that? 1875. Then we got rejected. We ended up dropping all the way down to $17.98 a share, and that's where we ended up closing. So we did end up kind of getting rejected by this trend line that I drew from the past, and I could actually pull this out just to show you where we got rejected from. So that's the channel that we were in. You guys can see the channel that we were respecting for some time, that big downward trend. So we did end up getting rejected as we tried to like bounce out of it. So we are kind of like stuck in it, but that doesn't mean we're going to descend all the way down to the bottom of it. It just means that this is just something that normally happens to stocks, and it's not necessarily the end of the world. So what do I see going into the future for Neo? Well, we have to look at the overall market first. So Tesla did have a green day. I also did notice that AMC was kind of in the green. We did see some green. I think the SPY and the NASDAQ were both kind of red, or the NASDAQ may have been red too. So we're seeing lots of red all over the place and also some green here and there. Neo, however, appears to be getting ready to start running up just a little bit here and there. I'm not saying it's about to explode, but I do see a bit of a run up coming. Let's talk about what's going on with the market. So the fear and greed index, currently at 13. The market is a little bit more on the fearful side than the greedy side, and this is something that has been going on for quite some time because of the whole Ukraine situation and also the capricious nature of what is going on. Now, President Joe Biden just announced that the US is going to ban Russian oil imports. Now, this is going to be a very important move. It will essentially punish Russia to some degree, but at the same time, it's going to affect the US because we're not keeping up with the demand we have for oil here. So this is an incentive for the US to start becoming more energy independent. I think it's something we may need to end up doing. I would like to see how this goes into the future, because this is not going to be good news if we just ended on this note, considering what's going on. There's going to be a higher demand for oil, or at least it'll be essentially the same, but there's going to be less of a supply, so the price is going to be much higher. So people are estimating that, look, some analysts out there, they're saying crude oil is going to go to $300 a barrel. That's not true. I don't see it going that high. I think it's going to stop at, I don't know, under 200. That's like where I see it going. So don't fall for the FUD out there. Now, anyways, with that out of the way, let's look at this right here. Many people are saying the Fed are ready to raise rates and shrink their balance sheet very soon. So if you want an estimate as to when this is probably going to happen, look at this right here. This is the Fed's calendar. On the 15th through the 16th, we have the FOMC meeting. That is most likely when we're going to get the announcement for the 25 basis point rate hike. It'll most likely be at that range. And if it does end up happening at that range, we're probably going to soar. So for Neo and the market, it's a little bit hard for me to call the rest of the week, maybe Thursday and Friday, because we have CPI data coming out. But for Wednesday, I think that's going to be the time we prepare for it. So it's a little bit capricious, but I do think we're going to be in the green for Wednesday. Now, right now, many analysts out there are saying, look, Neo has insane potential. Higher gas prices are good for EVs, but the market doesn't work that way. It's not necessarily going to be inversely correlated that perfectly, because we are kind of in particular channels that we are respecting based off how the composite man is dictating these prices, right? These market makers, these big institutions. So what's going on with Neo? Always remember, Neo has a lot of its trades being redirected on offlit exchanges. It's very manipulated, it's very attacked. All these crazy things are going on with it. This is not the true price of Neo. So, what I think for the long term, this thing is most likely going to run up, and I do see it as a potential short squeeze target. I don't think it's going to go to, I don't know, like $1,000 a share. No, I don't see it going that high, but I could see this thing easily tripling or 4 or 5xing in a short period of time during a short squeeze. That's what I think is going to happen to Neo, and that's because of the high short interest that it has relative to other EVs and other factors out there. I also see the Russell 2000. If I look for the IWM, I think that's also going to start running up relatively soon because there are different cycles it's going to be following. And I'm going to make another video about that a little bit later, but you guys understand my point, right? So when it comes to the IWM, this is probably going to start running up in the future too, maybe in the next upcoming weeks, because we've seen this thing it's been descending for quite a bit of time. I mean, you guys can see these different cycles that it has, and we're on the verge of seeing that bullish cycle forming. Maybe it'll take a few weeks, maybe a few months, but once we get that, we're probably going to see a lot of these small to mid caps take some very, very good, runs. And that momentum is going to help companies like Neo really start to run. But anyways, for tomorrow, what do I expect? I know for the next upcoming months, I do expect a moment where we start to run up again. I do see upside. For the short term, however, I do think we're going to be a little bit green for tomorrow. It's very hard for me to predict Thursday and Friday because I don't know what the data is showing. But let me see, for tomorrow, this is what I think is going to happen. So we found our bottom at 1758. Is that our true bottom? I think that's very close to it because after we touched it, we got a really good reversal, right? We started ascending a little bit. So tomorrow, I would anticipate a repeat of what happened today, except we're going to close higher. I think we're going to run up maybe almost to 19. Then we're going to drop a little bit, show some consolidation, and slowly descend and close around the $18.40 to $18.50 range. So I do expect a green day tomorrow. I think we've been oversold for quite a bit of time, just as many of these other indicators are showing, like the MACD, the RSI. You guys can see them. Same thing over and over again. So one of the things you're seeing is the MACD is suggesting that Neo, it was on this downward trend, but it's about to flip with the 9-day moving average and start to see that reversal. RSI is very oversold at 28.09. So we're ready, guys. It's getting ready for the reversal phase. So once we get there, it's going to look really good. But as of right now, we're probably going to remain in a channel between 19 and 17 for quite a bit of time. But then slowly, we're going to start ascending once we really get to see the Russell 2000 and these small to mid caps get that momentum, and also with EVs too. And also remember, this thing has short squeeze potential. It's a very good play going forward. Fundamentally, it's an amazing company and they have a very good community. I'm going to end the video actually by showing you one last thing. Neil put this on I was about to say story, I meant Twitter page. The spirit of International Women's Day is today. It is crucial that we stand together for greater gender equality. Hashtag break the bias at Women's Day. So that shows they have a very good community. They're standing for equality, equal opportunity, and that to me is amazing because they're showing that they have an amazing, amazing community and they're getting better every single day. That's what I have for this one. I'm still very bullish for the future of this company. I've not lost faith. You just got to be calm, cool, and collected. And with that out of the way, thank you all for listening. Neo to the moon, and peace out.